Hey, what's up everybody? Dr. Andersen with the Whiplash Center of Utah here in St. George, Utah. Just wanted to jump on real quick and give you guys a real quick tip about how you, the driver in St. George and really in southern Utah and really, truthfully, anywhere in the world can remain safe. And that is, of course, to become a defensive driver. Now, I've heard it said many times that the best thing you need to do, the best defense you can have is to be a strong offensive driver. And truthfully, the best way to stay safe is to be defensive. So here's a scenario that I'm sure everybody sees so many times here in St. George. As you're driving around, you come to an intersection, your light turns green, and 3 or 4 more cars continue to drive through that intersection. We see it so many times when somebody is just driving through, they think that the light turns green for them, and they drive through it, and the car that was going to run that red light indeed does and hits you. And so for people that have been involved in a T-bone crash or a head-on crash, it's usually because some idiot decides that they want to go ahead and drive through the intersection. So here's the tip: be defensive. Come up to a stop sign or a stop light and pause. Take a quick break. 1 second or 2 seconds at an intersection after the light turns green saves you the hour, the 2 hours of dealing with the intersection crash, as well as going to the hospital, as well as the insurance, as well, and most importantly for you, the pain. Now, we love taking care of patients that have been injured because it happens. It happens every single day. But if you can avoid getting into a crash, it will make it so that you don't have to deal with pain. You don't have to deal with the problems. And unfortunately, a crash this small in St. George or anywhere, any crash this small in terms of volume and speed, it does not mean that your injuries are small. It just means that the damage to your vehicle, which is designed to take the impact, is only small. So I like to look at it in this manner. If you were to take a carton of eggs and you were to drop it from basically waist height, what happens to the carton? Really, the answer is nothing. Nothing happens to the carton. But if you open up the carton, what happened to the eggs? And that's usually where the damage lies. So you, the driver, you, the occupant of the car, you're the egg, and your car is the carton. So any type of damage that happens to your car, you can only imagine how much it amplifies the damage that happens to you. So please be defensive. Look for those opportunities where somebody is going to run a light. Look for those opportunities for somebody who's not going to see you. And even more importantly, if you're a motorcycle driver, you should be on heightened alert the entire time that you're riding. So by all means, make sure that you are looking. Watch for those intersections because the people that are going to run the lights usually don't see you. And so there's my tip for you guys. Last thing I want to talk about, I want to make sure that if you have not got your crash packet, you need to come into the office to pick one up. They are free. They are my gift to you. It is something that you can use to protect you legally because inside of it is the information, or at least the guidance of what information you need to obtain if you are ever involved in a crash. This way it protects you legally. It gives you the information about the other driver. It talks about your symptoms. It talks about what happened. It talks about taking pictures of your car. That's another tip that I'll talk about another time, is taking pictures of your car. It's not just your car. It's actually your car and the other car as well. So if you do not have one, please get into my office to pick one up. The address is 63 South 300 East Suite 101. That's here in St. George, and you can call our office at 435-674-7515 if you do not know how to get here or if you get lost. We would love to get one into your glove box. The other thing about the crash packet, you need to make sure that you put the insurance information into that little sleeve on the side so that it does go into your glove box. If it's not in your glove box, then it can't help you. You have no idea what information you need to grab, because if you've been involved in a crash, your state of mind, your coherency, your cognition is usually compromised. And so if you have something to kind of walk you along, make sure that you get one and you use it. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. So there's my tip. You guys have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you later.